don't even know what to think.
I don't know either, man. It's quite surreal. It really is. I mean, I'm Generation X. I was born in 1980, so I mean, it's so surreal just to see how locked in people are to these devices. It's like, and there was actually a story I was going to tell you guys real quick, and then I'll let somebody else tell some story before we wrap up. But Josh will get a kick out of this. I was coming out of I was getting gas, and I was getting gas at Esso or Husky or whatever, and there was this young chick, and she was driving and she was on her phone, and she pulled out and she came this close to hitting me, my vehicle, this close, and so I pulled my car over. I got out of the car, and she didn't even see me coming towards her vehicle. Didn't even see me because she's still on her phone. She had her window down, and I reached in, and I grabbed her phone, and I threw it on the ground and smashed it, and I said, "Pay attention to where the F you're going!" I said, "Your conversation's not that effing important." You almost from Kareem, was she hot? No, well, yes, Kareem, she was, but that's not the point. But I mean, really, that is dangerous.
Yeah, you're
on your phone and you're driving.
You can't operate when your mind is somewhere else.
Oh my God, it's as bad as being drunk. It's impaired driving.
It's worse. I mean,
no, it's about equal.
You're not looking at something else.
It's equal. But I mean, she's like, "Well, I'm gonna phone the police." I said, "Go ahead." I said, "Do you know what I'm going to tell them when they get here? That you were so close to hitting me because you were locked into your phone? You think they're going to charge me with destruction of property?" And she's like, "Well, I guess not." I go, "No, they're not. Get the hell out of here and pay attention to what you're doing." So, I mean, that's too much. If you've got to be on your phone when you're driving a vehicle, put that, wow. I just about, I was not happy that day. But
like
I mean, that's where we're headed. And there's been so many accidents all over the world related to cell phones in the vehicle.
It's like Pokemon, that game that I was.
Oh, Pokemon Go, yeah, that huge thing that was on.
Like getting himself into trouble and everything because of that damn game. They had me plugged into it one way or another.
Oh, I know.
You know, but speaking of that, we're going to be coming into a new generation of rank and review apps. I don't know if you've had anything to do with it yet, but that's what I'm doing now.
Oh, cool. I haven't heard about
ranking
that yet.
And viewing. It's something Rick Barry's got going on.
Okay.
I followed Rick Barry into it. And you know him quite well.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Rank and review and stuff like that. You can make $30 an hour.
Dan, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, okay, you were saying that you're Generation X and that you've seen a lot. How do you think I feel?
I can imagine, Dan. Go ahead.
Born in the 60s, you know, and the changes I've seen just in my time frame and how fast and how much to where I remember when we weren't tethered to phones and you know, iPods and this and that, you know, where if you wanted to do something or have a conversation, yes, you did get on the phone and call and talk to somebody on a phone, landline phone, or you went to their house. You drove over and visited them, or if they lived right next door to you, you went over and visited them. You worked on the relationship and you built the relationship, and you had to work at it because you couldn't just, you know. And granted, yes, I admit I use this and look at it a lot. But the other night, I totally unplugged. I just said, I'm not turning on the radio. I'm not turning on anything. I actually read a book, and I love to read, so that was perfect for me.
Yeah,
you know?
Awesome.
But it's just I'm seeing the whole thing of how much we're being taken over by things like this.
We're being deviced.
Yeah. I want to ask a question, basically.
Yeah, Kareem, go ahead.
So let's say you've been on the Power Hour so much, you get so excited and you party too hard, then you go into a depression. And you go to a therapist and you're like, what happened when you were 50? Like, I got on the Power Hour. And they're looking at their phone. How would you feel that as opposed to their writing and they're looking?
Mm-hmm.
Tie this all back take good notes, a pen and paper, like, whoa, why, Kareem, why is that a big deal? Because if I have a pen and paper, I'm probably paying attention to you, probably taking down what you're saying, and I'm probably taking some vocal cues. I'm seeing how you're actually feeling, tying it back, I'm gauging your reaction, and I'm writing down a specific purpose. Why am I taking all these notes? So I can actually solve a hardship at the end. That's what.
Because you want to stalk me and find out where I live, so you're taking down notes, so you can come break into my house in the middle of the night. You better be a hot chick if you're stalking me and gonna break my door down at 12 o'clock at night. Because otherwise, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed off. Yeah, but you know, she was dumber than a box of rocks. I had no interest in her. I mean, if you can't even pay attention when you're
a box of rocks, when
you're fucking driving, I'm gonna drop an F-bomb here because, man, it deserves one. If you no, because I have never ever in my life been pulled over for speeding. I've never been pulled over for drinking and driving, and I sure as hell have never been pulled over for having my phone in my hand. Okay, that is okay, Cedric. You didn't say much tonight, but yeah, come back whenever you can, brother. We love you. All right. But yeah, like when you get off your fucking phone when you're driving, people, okay? What do you think, Josh? What if she was hot and somebody pulled out in front of you like that? I think you'd be pretty pissed off, wouldn't you? Even if she was hot, Josh? What do you think? Oh, he's muted.
I just unmuted. You know, to be honest with you, I'm guilty of some of those things. I check my phone, and I don't have anything to say on this one just because I check my phone. You know, I don't always drive as best as I could, and I could probably take a few. They'd probably do a better job than me with it, so I'll let you.
Oh, I'm gonna have to hunt you down, Josh, if you're a dangerous driver. But no, I mean, it's just, you know, common sense. Pay attention.
It comes down to that personal thing of actually taking. See, here's the thing. The problem with a cell phone is it's got gadgets, and you can play around and you can hit something.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is, if you take notes and you take, like, actual... There's a huge difference between mentally a pen and a paper, and even though I have a cell phone, even this thing where you're clicking selfies and doing... And I've seen funny things of people taking selfies, and it says so many selfies, but so little self-knowledge. So maybe we can change that by gauging feelings, by seeing what people's reaction are to how we behave, maybe taking actual notes about some things that we do, and using that to solve their hardships. Maybe, just maybe, your therapist there is taking all that notes to solve a problem. Maybe if I took enough notes talking about, like, Dan one day says, oh, my blog that, and Carl says I'm having trouble with MLM, and then somebody else comes on and they tell a story about how they're having trouble with SEO because they have to rank for really weird websites. I can be like, and then I can come up with a solution.
What if they come to us and say they're having trouble getting it up? Then I don't know how how we're going to help them.
That. Here, I'll show you how. So what you want to do...
Oh, we're gonna start stripping for the camera, are we? Well, there better be some women here, not just a sausage fest, guys, because I'm not taking my clothes off. Even for you, Josh, I'm sorry, I don't swing that way, bro.
We're gonna get demonetized. But no, honestly, the whole idea is you listen to all these people because you want to solve something. The power hour should be here to solve. You should go here. Why is something going to be? Why is an event going to be unforgettable? People don't go to MLM events just because they're like, I'm bored. You know, I just have nothing. Like, I'd like to make a little extra money. I'd like to have a little extra time. I'd like to have 3 cars instead of 2 so I can show off and then text in the middle of the street and then run into somebody and almost kill them. You know, those things that make you happy. And when we can combine the first 5 points and take it to solving hardships, when you can have a clear purpose, when you can actually gauge feelings, gauge reactions, see what's going on, see how they feel, see what they react to, take some notes on different things that you've seen, and then finally bring that down and solve their blogging problem, solve their SEO problem, or just give them a realization to solve it themselves. And that's why me and Chris are doing coaching shortly here on our website.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
I
Go
was
ahead,
gonna
Dan.
add one more thing. Also, when you actually are in the process of writing and taking notes, you connect with when you're thinking and you're feeling something, or you're getting the feeling of somebody. As you're writing, that feeling is kind of conveyed as you're writing it. You know, you can look back at it and say, oh yeah, I remember they were feeling anger here, or they were really upset or something. You kind of really connect, whereas here you don't connect the same way. You don't get that same, you know, actual physical action of connecting, just like when you're building relationships, that one-on-one or on the phone, the hearing or the speaking, or, you know, those type of things really are what help you connect. But when you're just doing it all through these type of things, you're not really connecting. And that's what people are looking for, if you know how to go about it and know where to touch, like Cream says, to find out how you can solve their problem.
Yep. And it's all about solving problems. It's all, I mean, that's why we're here. Solve a problem.
Are we? Is that why we're here?
I hope so. Maybe I'm just here.
I don't know. I don't know why the hell I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. I'm dreaming right now. I'm not here.
I'll kick you out. All right, so I want to thank
Well, you better wake up.
Even though he's gone crazy. I want to thank
Dreams will
Mr.
be a
Carl
nightmare.
Davis.
Whoa, Kareem.
Oh, I get crazy once in a while. I'm sorry, but I just get carried right away.
Yeah, that's all right. Josh Bendowski.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having me on the show tonight.
Yeah, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Carl's really animated. You know, it's been you guys are all animated. It's good. I may come on camera one of these days.
Well, you better, because, you know, you're sexy as hell, Josh. I mean, you know, your eyes are like mine. They're sapphire, right? So you got to show those off once in a while, bro.
Yeah, I will.
Mine are too blue.
There you go, Carl.
But before everyone leaves tonight, I want to do some takeaways. So what are some aha moments you guys had tonight, and how did the show make you feel when you first got here, and how do you feel now that you've been here for the entire hour? Want to start with Josh?
Yeah, so you know, I always really like hanging out with other entrepreneurial-minded business folks. There's a lot of value just in that. Hanging out together, you know, because we're all kind of in the same boat, you know, trying to position ourselves and trying to build businesses and build legacies. And, you know, I think it's only maybe 10 or 15% of the adult population is tuned into that stuff. And so, you know, most people that you interact with on a daily basis are not. And it's nice to be around people that, you know, that drink the same Kool-Aid. So it's been fun.
Thank you. What about you, Mr. Davis?
I got a reality check out of this, a really major reality check out of this. When you was going on about that woman and her cell phone and whatever, I got a reality check because, you know, oftentimes I can sit right here. I'm not driving a car, but I'm not getting nothing out of it. Mm-hmm. So you know what? I think it's because I got my mind somewhere else. It's not focused. And that's the major thing. You know, I've always known that we have that third eye, but that third eye needs to be focused more. And sometimes you got to be around the people that will put you right back into alignment. And I believe that's what I got out of it. I got alignment tonight.
Good. Glad we could help you, man. Thank you very much.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, of course. Yeah, we got your batteries recharged, and
well, I got people that believe in me now. I mean, people that actually want me on.
We've always believed in you, Carl. It's a matter of you believing in yourself, bud.
Yes, I've always had that default.
I'm
getting better.
Yeah. I got some audio stuff I'm going to give you to listen to, some people that really inspire me, and been studying Earl Nightingale's Lead the Field and Acres of Diamonds and all that kind of stuff. So I'll give you some links to some stuff that I listen to every day. What about you, Dan? Takeaways, thoughts, feelings? How'd you feel when you got here? How do you feel now? What'd you learn tonight? Did you learn anything, or are we just a bunch of nutcases rambling?
Nutcases, but it's all good. No, actually, I got, you know, I'm kind of like Carl a little bit. I got reminded that, you know, to staying around those people that have the same mindset as you and are working towards similar goals that you're working with, and keeping, because it's so easy to get our focus from here over to here off on all the other little things and stuff, and we kind of tend to lose sight of that, and then we kind of fall back into the things that we don't want to be falling back into. And also listening to your story about the driver kind of reminded me that when I'm driving, I need to not worry about some things so much. And I'm not totally telling on myself, I'm telling on myself a little bit, but that but going back to staying around people that have the same mindset, that keeps me up here rather than down here. Good.
So that's what we do for you. We make you feel better, inspired, and empowered each week.
Oh yeah.
Good to hear.
Awesome.
All right, well, I want to thank all of our panelists tonight. Carl Davis is back in action. Carl, you better get your ass motivated and quit being so down on yourself, mister. And I want to thank Mr. Josh Bendowski. Always a pleasure to have the Rev Media, awesome guy on here who doesn't like showing his face on camera for some odd reason. Anyway, that's fine.
I'm on camera all the time, man, all the time. So
yeah, I know.
After in a couple years, you'll tell me, you'll say, "Hey, man, I don't have to be on camera as much as I've been on so many."
Well, I guess you can tell I've been around the wrong people when I start vibrating the wrong way.
And I also want to thank Dan Sisick for being here too tonight. He's always here. He brings so much. And Cedric Wilson was back tonight, so a shout out to Cedric, as well as Miss Sharon Cortisone, even though she had some connection issues. Not a big deal. Thank you everybody for being here. We love all of you, and take care of yourselves. This is the Entrepreneur Power Hour saying never give up on your dreams. Cheers.
Peace and love out.